right. Okay. Here we go. Controller support? Controller support. Good. Alright. Yep. Heavy, regular, dodge. Good. Easy. So what we got. This, I've seen a bit of this so far, and I really like what I saw. I'm glad I was able to get it during one of the sales. Not that it wasn't very expensive in the first place. Let's see what we got.
Ég man eftir hljóðinu, þegar viðurinn splundraðist, ýlfrinu í vindinum og öldu skellum í andliti mínu. Húð mín fraus úr kulda, sem var ólíkur öllu sem ég hafði áður upplifað, og skipið okkar sökk.
Hey, infected.
Í vægðarlausu djúpi sjávarins tók hálf gegnsætt net ránar við mér. Ég var dregin dýpra og dýpra í átt að gyðju sjávarins. Dauðinn var kominn til að sækja mig. Baráttu vilji sálar minnar myndi ekki nægja til að slökkva þorsta ránar í bráðsina.
Oh, I'm doing right. Infected. Took a while to get the stream started, though.
Var ég ekki höll þangs og beina, heldur í kyrrð og þögn.
I had streamed to like 6 or 6:30 or so this morning. So it took me a while to kind of get started, take care of the stuff I wanted to do in the morning, and get started with this. Damn. No fucks given. The animations for this are really good. So you can dodge out of everything. Oh, that sucks, infected. Hey, hello. So rather than shipwreck, she's, I guess, in some forest now. Over here.
Yggdrasil, tenging hinna nýju heima, gullfallegur.
Unity, what? Assassin's Creed? Or what? Wait a second.
Hverju borði þarf að finna eina rún. Þegar hún hefur verið fundin, ræður þú hvort þú heldur áfram að kanna svæðið eða snýrð aftur í ginnungagap.
Ginnungagap. Having seen a bit of Ty's playthrough, I gotta say, this is earlier than I thought it would be. Both. What was the other one then? Unity, I think, is the newer one. Or no? That was my poison. Working your butt off so you can afford that? Afford that PS4? That does. Syndicate is the newer one, okay. Are they any good? I heard kind of really bad things about them. heard that they were super fucking rough. A little bit of screen tearing on the left monitor. It's not super bothersome though. At least it's not like FPS screen tearing where everything's rough. You know, the funny thing is that the movement speed, the general movement, there's no sprinting, I guess. Your general movement speed's not that bad. Shit. You know, this apparently is some sort of healing thing. I think... Well... I was gonna say I think I shouldn't use this, but too late.
Hinn helgi mýmisbrunnur, þar sem ég fórnaði auga mínu, mun endurnýja bæði líf þitt og krafta.
Those have got to be checkpoints or something. That's my guess. Haven't played Syndicate. Massive improvements to the games. Ubisoft is trying. Well, I feel like they had something really great in the first two games. Not that I've played anything since. Well, no, I played Brotherhood, which I didn't like, and Revelations, which dragged on. Revelations was better than Brotherhood, though. First game was my favorite, though. The second game had good ideas. I just don't like Ezio as a character.
Á þennan stein hafa verið rist nöfn þeirra sem börðust í nafni Thunder Lotus ættbálksins.
Zero style. These are the Kickstarter backers. This is a really good way to start. Actually, also the quality of the image on that is really good. They picked a really good font. I'm not really so much concerned about the gameplay though. In fact, I think it's the technical stuff that I'm worried about. They've had a lot of stuff with characters not rendering faces and issues with, you know, really crazy pop-in, not just textures, but characters themselves. All sorts of weird shit that have been getting a lot of complaints. I would find it really jarring to deal with it. So I guess this is just like completely side kind of stuff. This particular, yeah, it is. The Kickstarter area is something I don't need to go to. You're just kind of led to it. Think they need time? Well, that's the thing I don't understand. When you say they need time, you almost treat them like they're a new developer. And considering the formula is so similar, at least the technical side is so similar every time, I would think at this point, especially when you're releasing the game so frequently, you don't necessarily have an excuse. And with the size of their team, it's absurd that they would have that many issues and that many glaring issues. This game is Jotun, Jotun. I believe it is a lot of a battle against the gods. I believe it has a lot of like Norse.
Mér hlotnast heilun goðanna. Hilsi þér Frigg, drottning Ásgars, geðja fæðingar og visku.
So I have a spell now I can use to heal. Closer to the nastiness. Interesting that they display the shadows on the way in. So you do get to know when you're getting attacked. Yeah, the game has some of the best traditional hand-drawn sprites and animations I've seen. Ooh, this is weird. Well, shit. Oh, you have a rolling attack. Oh crap, that's not good. Wow, that heals for a lot. Can't say I'm super sure where to go. Oh. Looks like they're about ready to fuck off. Yep. Teach you little shits. Let me just make it sound like they're new. It's just that with the release of new consoles a year ago, a lot of those were trying to get in their technicalities correct. I think From hasn't either actually. From had enormous issues. When Bloodborne was first, well, among all sorts of other issues, From had Bloodborne had a massive memory leak issue, which literally flat out broke their AI. They had load screens that were more than they were in the range of 40 seconds a pop. I'm trying to remember what the other issues were. Bloodborne and FromSoft did not do super well either. In addition to the fact that the game runs like shit. For what you get. Where to go? South? But no, I think the big problem is not necessarily that they're struggling with a new console, especially with the technology being simpler and easier. The big problem, I think, is that they're trying to bite off more than they can chew. That, I would say, is probably the biggest problem. Hey there. Maybe you got me from Time Stream. Okay, well, there we go, good. We're not dead yet. The placement of all of these little tentacle things are just fortunate enough to where most of the time I'm not getting overwhelmed. Well, sort of. Most of the time. Why am I attacking random things? Because I'm trying to clear out a path to I'm not sure where yet. Take point. They don't show where you are on the map, which is kind of rough. But no, I don't yet have a great idea of where I need to be. Oh, I see. So I need to go to each of these paths and do some sort of checkpoint to open this up. Trying to get poisoned too much. Not that way. Kind of looks like that's the path, though, doesn't it? Just wanted. want to know how to do co-op, and yeah, it might not be a thing, unless maybe they say it is. Boys is gonna murder me. Oh shit! Here we go. One of those is green. I wonder if that's because, well, I don't know. The center thing is green. I think I need to go north then to do whatever I need to do at the other checkpoint. Yeah, here we go. Once I do this, the gate that I need to pay attention to is going to be unlocked. I'm not really sure where I am right now. It's likely that not all of the games, even recently, have co-op, though. Oh shit, I'm gonna die. Wow, close. Magic Pixel. Transistor's good. If you haven't played Bastion, I'd recommend you play that. Bastion, I think, is better gameplay-wise. Transistor has better style. Well, I don't know. Bastion, I think, has a better story as well. Alright, good. With that one magic pixel, we're finally at the end of this. If you haven't played Bastion, I'd recommend playing that ASAP. What is this garbage? Oh, fuck you. Piece of shit. I'm not even remotely, like, I have 1 HP. Like, anything is gonna kill me. Well, this is very simple. What the fuck are you doing? Yeah, this is a game that got announced a while back. My range is rough. Yeah, well, this particular guy's animations don't seem to be super great. Keeps getting bigger. Oh, that's very not good. Oh, I'm dead. That's it. Wow. Am I gonna really one day do a cooking one? I've done, I think, 4 so far. Very recently. Jotun is sort of okay, now we can fight him again. But yeah, Jotun is a game where you're in Norse mythology, I believe, and you're out to challenge the gods or giants, or I'm not sure. Dark Souls 3. Am I excited about Dark Souls 3? I think. I think Dark Souls 3 is gonna be pretty alright. I think it's gonna be better than Bloodborne. I'm concerned about whether or not FromSoft doesn't retreat too well or too much into what Dark Souls 1 did well. Oh, you can get under him. This thing has favorable hitboxes. I think the later ones are probably going to be better than the earlier ones. The earlier ones I was working out a lot of issues. I still haven't worked out the overlay for that either. Oh, Jesus. They should last about like 90 days, I think. Okay, there we go.
Megi þessi signi dauði veita þér endanlegan frið.
I don't necessarily think that they're going to get old. I just think that they had good ideas in Dark Souls 2, and other games had good ideas as well. And even Demon Souls, that they're not doing justice to anymore. And I feel like that might be something that we see in Dark Souls 3. So I'm a bit worried about that.
Þú hefur fundið rún jarðar, skógarjötun sinn sem myndar heild með náttúrunni. Haltu áfram að kanna svæðið eða snúðu aftur í ginnungagap.
I'm gonna return. At least I think it's where I'm going. Thanks for the resub, Pro, and welcome.
Til að mæta hinum máttugu jötnum þarftu að finna rúnirnar sem eru faldar víðsvegar ríkin. Sigraðu jötnana og sannaðu þig fyrir goðunum.
I do think that Dark Souls 3 is taking a lot of influences from Bloodborne, and not in a good way. I'm a bit worried about that. So this is a symbol that I can use. It's definitely, I think they're so afraid of what they see. I think they see Dark Souls 2 as such a failure, such a thing to ignore, that they're trying as much as they can to go out on a limb and say, hey, like, we didn't forget about the thing you initially liked, even though we, like, Dark Souls 2 added some cool stuff, and I hope they don't just throw that away. Dark Souls 3 doesn't have the Bloodborne dodges, though. Doesn't have the lock dodges, anyways. Oh, what is this? Oh, hello. This is early. Well, GG. This is all I've seen in the game so far. This is the boss that Ty fought. It doesn't have side steps. It's my understanding, and it seems to be the case. Oh wow, there's no getting out of that. That thing has a shit ton of health. The dagger one is quick steps? Oh, okay. This I need to get. Alright, infected. See you later. nasty. Shit. Trying to read the chat, not a good thing to do. Oh, I get the stagger at the worst time. I'm gonna start dying soon. The hitboxes for some of this stuff are really favorable. Oh shit. That's really rough. Close. You can get the arms, you can counter hit the arms. There we go. It's fully out. I think it's fully out.
Þú hefur áunnið þér hilli goðanna.
So this is as much as I've seen of the game. I've seen very little else in this.
Ég heiti Þóra og ég var fædd til að berjast. 9 stormasömmum nóttum eftir fæðingu mín nefndi faðir minn mig eftir þrumuguðinu. Faðir minn var höfðingi þorpsins. Ásamt bróður mínum og áhöfn þeirra sildi hann höfin og starðarinn á langskipi og ávann sér bæði ríkidæmi og vexen.
I think that's probably the case.
Á unga aldri.
There.
Viska móður minnar, hugrekki föður minns og sögurnar af goðunum veittu mér innblástur til að verða hinn fullkomni bardagamaður. Þegar ég hafði aldur til, gaf faðir minn mér mína ástkæru exi og hleypti mér borð í langskip sitt. Mikilfenglegur gígur, fullur af logandi fjandmönnum.
I'm not super sure what's expected of me just yet.
Mikilfenglegur gígur, fullur af logandi fjandmönnum.
I can only move them. Any relation to Titan Souls? Not that I'm aware of. So I saw Ty do a bit of this earlier. So I think I know what you need to do. You need to explore a world, or an area, and you need to unlock the boss in some way. And then you get a chance to fight him. So that does kill them. Okay, so Ty was wrong. They're not invulnerable. It's a really neat animation for that. Yeah, Vito, it's a game called Jotun. It's I would like the thing that really drew me is that the animations and the art are amazing. The exception of the very first enemy, which is like, what the heck? I don't know where I am though. The map, I think the map is not going to be any significant use to me unless I can figure out landmarks. Oh, hello. Shits. Alright, I got a golden apple, and I don't know what that means.
Á ferðum þínum mun Iðun, verndari gullnu eplana og eilífrar æsku, aðstoða þig. Finndu ávexti hennar til að leika.
Oh, you get more health from that. So that's about as high up as you can go. I believe your character was named after Thor, but I don't know specifically, or named after Odin, rather. Or I'm not sure, actually. Named after the god of thunder. I don't remember which is which. I don't know if your character is special in any way. I just, well, with the exception of like her ability to kind of like fucking destroy everything, but bat around stones and shit. Thunder is Thor? Okay. Odin is what? Lightning? Wisdom? Oh. I think I may not be able to do anything here until later. One eye with two ravens to see everything. He is the Godfather. Yeah, I'm not up to date on Norse mythology. I should really be playing this on the couch. I didn't think to take time to set that up. And now I somewhat regret it. I wish I had a clue where I was, so I could kind of like narrow it down to like, where do I need to go? I don't even know what I haven't explored yet. Can exit, I guess. I mean, I got something, so that's worth it.
Fyrsti þursinn, getinn af ginnungagapi. Líkami hans myndar jörðina.
Here. New footage leaks. Yeah, I think to some degree I'm not super spoiler concerned about Dark Souls 3 unless there's something amazing. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know anything about it besides the network test and a bit before that. It's a really neat way to move around. Cam footage.
Upphafi var tóm, ginnungagap. Af því uxu tveir heimar, múspelsheimur og niflheimur. Óratími leið þar til þeir snertust, og af snertingu þeirra myndaðist Ymir, fyrsti þursinn.
Ymir then, it's not Ymir. So this is creation myth right here. if I can get around from here. Nah, okay, I gotta go south. At least it shows where I am, though, which is good. Well, by this landmark alone. Keeping a 3-weapon per arm limit? Are they? But the other question ends up being then, the network test, it seemed like you couldn't swap out your left-hand weapon. Well, it seemed to be structured in a way that was reminiscent of Bloodborne. Where basically left and right-hand weapons were very specific in what they were. And that I can't say I'm super thrilled about. I hope that's not the case. I mean, the game, realistic, like just with Dark Souls 2, the network test may be dramatically different from what the game comes out as. Oh, here we go. So each piece is big.
Á meðan Ýmir svaf, storknuðu efnin sem mynduðu líkama hans. Hann hóf að svitna og gat af sér hrimþurrksana.
See if you can find a regular weapon being equipped in the left hand. That would be good to know. It's interesting how this game is meant to is basically set up where it's many of your movement, much of your movement is linear, but it's so thoroughly disguised. With these kind of twisted elements where you don't really know where you're going, and it's extremely kind of not clear. I like the way they do the ash. That is really cool. Bloodborne camera? How can you tell it's a Bloodborne camera rather than anything else? What property of it do you see? Just pacing, movement, the smoothing. I mean, it's my guess is it's running on something closest to the Bloodborne fork of the engine. Well, the renderer seems to be closer to Dark Souls 2. Janky as fuck lock. Well, all the lock-ons have been bad though. The lock-ons has never been any has not like even in Demon Souls, it's been bad the entire time. Oh crap! I'm gonna take damage. We're on. Can't stand that. I need that. Yeah, but those. Oh god damn! I'm gonna take a lot of damage. That's not a new thing though, squad. That's not Bloodborne specific.
Langt frá Ými myndaðist kýrin auðhumla. Auðhumla sem var sköpuð úr hreinleika og var sleikja ísinn sem hún stóð á. Að 3 dögum liðnum var hún búin að afhjúpa líkama Búra, föður goðanna.
It acts like it does. I don't remember Bloodborne having any specific quirks with its camera that were unique to it for handling for handling large enemies and whatnot. Like all the games sucked at it, and they sucked about equally. I don't like what did Bloodborne? How did Bloodborne suffer more from its bad camera on big enemies? Sometimes I feel like the map was provided as a courtesy. Like, I'm not going to be able to put it to use.
Húri gat soninn Bor, sem giftist Bestlu. Saman eignust þau 3 syni, Vilja, Vé og Óðinn. Þeir sem fæddir voru af ís og eldi höfðu góða náttúru. Á meðan þeir sem fæddir voru af skemmdum efnum báru myrkur í hjarta sér.
I find it funny that Zar's been relegated to leper, down from fuck, what was the name of that other class? The occultist. Now you were an occultist. I mean, you might be a leper in spirit and personality, but... He always wants to be the leper, okay. Oh, there's a golden apple. I want it. I need the apple. Put the fruit in my mouth. My playthrough wasn't canon? Okay. I have the alternate universe. The Cancerverse, so to speak. Where's my fucking apple? I hope it's not far away. There. Or, I don't know. Here we go. Yep. It's all mine now. So, okay, so basically, Squad, what you're really saying, is that Bloodborne is the only game that has provided that scenario as often with the same camera behavior. Which is probably very true, because I don't think there were as many beastie enemies that jumped all over the camera and shit in any of the earlier games. That's probably what you're saying, Squad. You're not saying that the camera's any different. It's just that Bloodborne has the most scenarios where the camera, being bad, suffers as much as it does. Or did I say Zara? I'm getting the negativity mixed up, I guess. Oh, I see. Let's change directions. No, yeah, like, the way that scenario, like, they should have known the limits of their camera system and said, fuck it, we're not doing more of this shit. Or fix their camera.
Vilji, Vé og Óðinn drápu þursinn Ými. Hold hans varð að jörðinni, blóð hans varð að vatni. Hár hans varð að grasi og trjám. Hauskúpa hans varð að himninum sem haldið uppi af 4 dvergum. Þannig var okkar heimur skapaður.
I'm sure E&B or Spy or somebody will be able to translate some of that stuff usably. Body might have connections. I don't think Body knows Japanese, does he? Alright, so these are lit.
Hefur verið lokið.
Level matching, code word, contemplate, no time restriction. No time restriction is, I wonder if, there's gonna end up being a... I wonder if there's gonna be a time restriction on invasions. Enemy that does not wither. I wonder if that means that invasions,
Þú hefur fundið rún í blóði ýmis. Haltu áfram að kanna svæðið eða snúðu aftur í ginnungagap.
Oh, I see. So everybody's blood rune means you can go and fight them later on. I believe. Yeah, this has always been good lore. Norse mythology done well is always really good. Can I just yeah. What was I gonna say? Enemy does not wither. Well, it's probably, it's probably that invaders don't lose health on invasions. That's my guess. Which is a Demon Souls mechanic, not just Dark Souls 2. Or, not just Bloodborne, rather. Dark Souls 2 didn't have that. Oh, that could be the case too, Spawn.
Hversu stór fuglinn sem situr í krónu Yggdrasils?
I don't know why you bother with Iron Keep.
Í krónu Yggdrasils situr nafnlausi örninn. Á milli augna hans situr haukurinn veðurfölnir.
Like Dark Souls 2, like I feel like the PvP has been ruined. It had so many there were so many great ideas in that, and it had a lot of potential. But it's required to get into the DLC. You mean just not fighting ganks, though? Oh, right. Well, yeah, you're right. Not player ganks. You're talking about some. Oh shit. Oh shit. You're talking about just the stupid Alone Knight. It's interesting that they do parallax in the background like that. Even the super faded out elements you won't really pay a lot of attention to. Is it worse in, is Iron Keep... Oh, it's worse than Scholar, okay. Man, I gotta plan out that run this weekend. Remind me after the stream so I don't forget. Well, I'm gonna pick up some small groceries as well, but afterwards, probably start working on the run documentation. Because we're running out of time. I think we have, like, what, probably a month at most? Maybe 2 months? Front loaded more enemies? Oh. Well, I mean, at least you get the bullshit out of the way quick, I guess. I don't know. Ooh, gold medal. I haven't played any of the Fields games. What do you mean, like Kingsfield? Or do you mean something else? I haven't played Kingsfield. I've looked at a bit of it. I've seen a couple people play it, and I've seen Lobos play it. And it looked super fucking rough to the point where I'm scared. It's a long ass way up, Jesus. Kingsfield looks so rough as to be frustrating. I think it may not be a type of game that I'd want to, like, actually properly play. Alright, Quite. Have a good night. The rest of your day. I'm not really sure what time it is for you. I'm gonna assume maybe night. We're gonna go with that. I wish I knew where I was. I think I'm like middle-ish. Based on the shape of the branches, I think I need to go. Fuck am I? There's a golden apple that I got, I think. Yeah, this game is very interesting. The one thing I did notice is that when Ty was playing it, was that some of the travel is a little bit long-winded. Oh, here we go. This is the right way. Ty was complaining that it just took too long to get anywhere, and he wanted to fight bosses. Alrighty. Oh, so this is... I don't know. It's probably a little swirly. What the fuck does this actually mean I'm at? Maybe I'll get an ability that allows me to clear the mushrooms? Alright, thanks, White. Have a good night. And yeah, definitely, I think a lot of people will like this. For sure. Well, it was worth a shot. Chop down the dandelions. Hey, Nero. Yeah, I don't know. I wish I knew where I was. Like, I'm so lost. Keeps the Dark Souls 2 stat mentality in terms of what? That's like you gotta clarify, because like that leaves me so lost as to what that means. You think? Oh, so if FromSoft made Dark Souls more like Kingsfield, or made Kingsfield more like Dark Souls, Focus being the replacement for attunement. Oh, well, that in particular I think is probably fine. Having a shared magic stat is fine. That's not a big deal. Oh shit, maybe it's up here. Yeah, I missed this. Vigor and endurance. Okay. That's not that big of a deal. I'm gonna get attacked. This bird is gonna have at me. Calling it now. But before I go too far up, I'm actually gonna do this. Oh, hello. I get nuked. Kingfield more like Dark Souls, okay. Oh shit! Fuck you. What was I gonna say? Bird, I'm gonna destroy your eggs. You're a piece of shit. Well, if I could, I would. Okay, so you actually have, like, a very specific timing to dodge that. Luck is back. Well, luck, I guess, could be good. And luck is in the longest term, a useless stat unless you have weapons that are based on that. Unless they're changing what luck does. Like, it probably is not good to be Demon Souls. Demon Souls luck. So I chopped down 2 of these fucking things. I think this is the other one. Well, I don't like it either, Yellow. That crow can eat a big old bowl of dicks. You could probably attack him. Oh, golden egg, or golden apple or something. You piece of shit. Where's the golden apple? I want it. I hear it. Ugh, my dodging is just not there. Oh, this is not an apple. This is that fucking rune I need. Me.
Þú hefur fundið rún veðurfölnis. Haltu áfram að kanna svæðið eða snúðu aftur í ginnungagap.
Maybe inside here there'll be something nice. Or... Whoa, hello.
Eftir eskitrénu endurlengu er ratatöskur orð veðurfölnis niður til ormsins níðhöggs.
Huh. Giant fucking squirrel over there. If that bird comes down again, I'm just gonna quit. I'm gonna go back to the my safe place. My sanctuary. I don't want to deal with getting hit by more birds. We're done with birds. Alright. GG. So, how do I heal here? I wonder if you can heal here. That one's lit. Is this one lit? That one's not lit. Well, that's not necessarily the right way to go about it, Yellow. Especially with the fact that there's PvP. I would think that there should be a perspective like... You hope it has a unique advantage that also has a significant disadvantage to pair it. You know, like, don't just make it, oh...
Leikinn handverksmaður á dvergakynni.
Like, you can very easily ruin a PvP encounter or PvP scenario entirely just by saying, all right, let's just, you know, because it feels good, let's make something broken and overpowered. It's like, no, the person on the other side of that's going to feel like shit. I like structures. A little too small structure for me. I'm not gonna be able to get in. Oh, well, yeah, they did say dwarves, didn't they? Yeah, there we go. So do they attack? I wonder... Oh, they don't like me. I could not imagine dwarves being the kind to run from battle. I think the weapon arts are going to make the weapons more viable. What I think they probably need to do is make it to where the net damage potential of each weapon is very similar. They all do a similar amount of damage, perhaps per swing, depending. I mean, you can't have a weapon, obviously, with the way PvP works, you can't have weapons too quick or too slow. Relative to your movement ability, anyways. Otherwise, you get Bloodborne, where so many weapons are useless because you can just dodge out of the way. Whoa! Maybe I shouldn't, play this video. I haven't seen it yet. Oh shit, here we go. Here it comes. Get dunked. Shits. I'm just gonna end... All of the dwarves are gonna die. This is why we never heard of dwarves anymore, because they're all dead. Happy now? Your whole civilization is gone. Dummies. I heard that the weapon art for the dagger is now a Bloodborne style dash type move. So yeah, we could have been friends to it, dwarves. And he missed to do a hit? Oh shit. Fatted. Or fetid. Maybe he's undead now. Which one is the bow one? Power attack? Short bow. Wait, you know, I don't think you had to remain stationary for the short bow, did you? I thought the short bow, I don't remember. I remember the short bow was supposed to be super agile. The long bow is supposed to, be very, very stationary, but a lot more damage. And I thought that was cool. I'm hoping all the weapons are kept relatively unique. More powers. Oh, I see.
Mér hlotnast máttur blekkingarinnar. Hilsi þér loki, góð hrekkja og svíksemi.
Oh, that's lucky. They might be big. I mean, they'd have to be bigger than the short bows, at least. Glad I got my healing back. Alright, yeah, I'll check it out when I have time. Or you can just send me a Twitch PM. And, that'll make it easier. Or somebody can link it in the Discord or anything's fine. Like, I want to check it out. I don't think there's going to be a lot of super heavy spoilers outside of story stuff that I really am worried about. Oh, this is just out of nowhere? Oh, well, shit, wait, how do I get up to this? I can't jump, can I? How do I would need the ability to jump. Or something. Catapult? Springs? Power of tininess? Feel free to post the link. Just if somebody can send me a Twitch PM or link it to Discord, I want that as well, so I don't forget. So I got the power of explosive decoys. There's another rune. Up where the doors cornered me. Yeah, okay. Wait, what is this? Yeah, there's like no link permissions right now. Like if it comes down to it, if I have to, I will put something up, but right now you can do whatever you want, link-wise. So that's probably who I'm gonna fight. Maybe. Is that one lit now? No. I used to prevent link posting, but channel's not big enough to really care anymore. I get like no viewers. So. You know, it's funny, now that I figured out XCOM, I want to go back and play more of it. But I scheduled for next week. So that's going to happen. But not right away. Patches are paid. That's my thought. What's up, Vito? Oh, look at this. This is my in-world progress indicator. We're getting there. I have 4 of those I gotta do. Only found the one. So I'm guessing they unlock more of the rest of the... of the world somewhere. Hey, Dyson. Yeah, tomorrow I'm definitely doing a couch cast of this because my, I'm all achy now. Shoulder falling asleep. I'm not seeing another rune here that I can use for bridge stuff. Yeah, all of the aesthetics so far are so Bloodborne inspired or similar. Like visually, Dark Souls 3 looks like Bloodborne with more medieval. This is new. Thanks, Yellow. I appreciate it. I think word of mouth is probably going to help me best. Because I think I don't have a lot of great tools for, like, for automated exposure. Like, I'm not going to have... Here we go, good. I'm not going to, I'm not going to strive unless people fight for it. Or I'm not going to thrive, at least, I guess. My stream has been floundering, and I haven't been able to help it grow. I need people to help me out. People need to spread the word. Voice system. My thought with Dark Souls 3 is I think they're going to do something that's reminiscent of Demon Souls, but I could be completely wrong. It's just that's my impression so far. I need to get some coffee, but I'll know with the stream I'm gonna load up. I wonder who the people are who designed this. Like, I wonder what their backgrounds are. It seems like just a huge animation task to make a game like this. And hopefully they sell enough to make their money back. Or maybe they have a great way of making the animations. But it just seems like the cost of animation is so fucking high. But I don't know how they're going to afford it. Also, I think, maybe... Oh, what's the name of that? Maybe I need to keep going here to explore. I'm not really sure. gotta be something I've missed. I think there's a stairway up, though. It is very Bluth-esque. It's like old school animation done well. Here we go. Banner Saga? No, I haven't yet, but I do own it. It's on my list of games I need to get around to. I saw Canon play a bit of it. It looks pretty fucking amazing. Better than I thought it would be. Like, after XCOM, it'll probably be... Well, I still gotta do Shadowrun Returns as well. Hopefully Shadowrun Returns is good. I'm a little bit worried about that one. Shit, this big one? Oh, fuck you with your stupid, giant, ridiculous hammers. Oh my god, I'm gonna get, like, death by 1,000 cuts. This is like Last Stand territory. No, Shadowrun Returns is a remake of a game from a while back. Hey Prime, thanks for the raid. It is a cyberpunk turn-based RPG that is, I believe, very story reliant. I don't know if the mechanics are any good. I think I like XCOM so far very well. Shadowrun, I don't know what their gimmick is, combat-wise. So I don't know what theirs is going to be. What's good for them?
Haltu áfram að kanna svæðið eða snúðu aftur í ginnungagap.
So now the last thing I can do here is explore until I get that other golden apple. But I think we're pretty much done here. I think it's what we're supposed to do. Always go out and find runes, and the runes can lead to bosses or something. I've seen Aether, and it's good. I don't have it. I'd love to play it. Yeah, I started the second playthrough squad, and I've just been steamrolling everything. It's crazy. And hey, Canna. I don't know if I already said hi or not. Maybe Canon, you can help me through some of the Shadowrun stuff to understand what it's all about. Yeah, let's already here. Probably won't be starting Shadowrun for at least 2 months, I would think. Well, yeah, the Darkest Dungeon is about, and even XCOM, both of them are about padding out the RNG through the actions you can take. It is RNG heavy. It is literally like 50% RNG, but you can be very heavy-handed with how you try to manipulate that. Okay, so down to the left, maybe? Well, that... I don't know how to get it. Hearthstone. And Hearthstone is RNG to a significant degree, with a little bit of padding. But a lot of it is basically just... They create situations where it's painful enough to make you want to purchase all of their things. But it's not too painful to where you don't want to play at all. That's Hearthstone to a T. They're the absolute masters of that. Like, if you remotely like the gameplay, it's designed to put a very gentle squeeze on you until you've paid the suffering tax and made somebody else's gameplay experience enjoyable by losing to them. Or you just break down and say, fuck it, I'm spending money. That is what Hearthstone seems to be. And it's from a financial perspective, it's brilliant, because they're going to make shit tons of money off of it. To squeeze your player base. Massage out all that income as much as you can. This is a very, 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 very slight vignette on the edges of the screen. Yeah, this might be a place I have to go to later then. Oh no, I did this one. Well, it's not even that squad. It doesn't matter, like, what people think about Blizzard in particular. It is literally, and it's not even fanboys. It's like the gameplay itself is pretty alright. It's just like if they made it to where cards were more accessible, or if everybody just had all the cards available to them, it would be a way better game from a gameplay perspective. Like, they're forced via the nature of a card game like that, and where you're not allowed to necessarily have all the cards. They're forced to compromise in the gameplay to some degree, because you don't have access to all of it. Now, to some degree, like, working with what you've got is supposed to be a skill and supposed to be interesting, but there's so much advantage to having a particular setup that it's not even fun, especially in PvP. Like, in PvP, you want to have everybody to be on equal standing, and they're not. And that's murderous. But it doesn't mean that Hearthstone is a terrible game, though, because like the way it's developed and the theming and the execution on everything is really fucking good. Like, it has the best client of any of these games at all, 100% bar none. It is better executed in terms of visual style. Satisfaction from, the animations and everything. The dumb interactive things that don't do anything, even. Like, they're better. They have done a better card game than anybody else in terms of just not necessarily what their cards do and the mechanics, but how the cards feel, how you move things around, your systems for notifying that there's your time is running out. Just the client in general. You could replace it with any other card game. It might be a better card game, but just the basics of how the game works, not counting how the cards work, is like the best it's been. It's funny though, Squad. That's the kind of person that they want. They want somebody who's going to get in, not play that often after you spend a shit ton of money. Basically, get in, spend money, and get the fuck out. That's what a lot of these companies want, and it's basically don't pay a lot of respect to the players, to the other players who are having a miserable experience. Just make it painless enough to where they won't complain en masse and rebel and revolt. And that's where Hearthstone's brilliant. Not much, Soviet. We just got into talking about Hearthstone, and it's extremely... I would say they're kind of abusive mechanics. They're subtle. It's like... They're abusive in a way that players won't complain, which is the best way if you want to squeeze money out of people. He kept spending? Well, as long as he's still spending, I guess. That's kind of what they want. This is what I missed. Is this the apple? What is it? Oh, no. And isn't Uno basically a more developed version of a game called Bartok? Abusive, well. Then they've crafted the addiction very well then, because if he's bothering other people to get them to try to play, that's what Blizzard wants. Somebody who spends money and then tries to evangelize the game to everybody else. It's like, do it with me too addiction. And that's, if you can get that out of your players, you're going to make a lot of money. And part of it as well, which is kind of funny, is because he wants people to play with him, specifically because it helps him make his spending worth it. Because if there's nobody to play with, there's no value to his investment anymore. I wonder if this is gonna give him my spellcasts back. They said revitalize your spirit, it's not just healing you. Right? Yeah, okay, I got 2 and 2 again. I think this is going to be the golden apple. Maybe? Or no, this? Diablo 3 I was falling asleep in the 3rd act. Or the 2nd act, rather. Heroes of the Storm. I need to look into Heroes of the Storm. Not because I enjoy MOBAs, but because, there's a possibility that I might end up working for Blizzard, so... Oh shit. I'm just gonna be over here. Well, this is a very vague, remote possibility. It's very unlikely, but they're looking in my direction, so I better get familiar with their shit.
Fæðingarstaður hinna öflugu Gundnis, Mjölnis og Gleipnis.
Blacksmith me a appropriate staircase, damn it. Oh, you know what? maybe it's in here instead. Instead? No. Alright, well. I guess I'll have to wait on that. It's literally more dumbed down MOBA than... Yeah, I did hear that's the case. Yeah, I think console Diablo is the way to go. Okay, so I went across. I'm fine if it's a simpler MOBA, though. Like, that's not a big deal. I would rather have a simpler MOBA than the mechanics that make everybody hate themselves. And each other. Where you're playing a game where it's yourself versus 9 other people. Yeah, and also Prime, it does seem that... It seems that with a game like that, they would do well to make some of the goals a little bit more ambiguous, because then it's hard to blame people when things fall apart. That's just the other side of that mess, huh? So I think we have almost all of the runes are hit. I think. Maybe? Oh, okay, so yeah, it's just literally side things that advance your lanes in a way that is not necessarily participating in the lane. So basically you have people who are not necessarily PvP-centric people being able to contribute. So yeah, I mean that's... I would say that's generally a good thing. Let's head on back and see if we've opened up the smithy. One way or another we haven't. Okay, so I think this is probably not happening. Let me go back to where all the 4 runes were showing all together and see what I'm supposed to do. Yeah, item paths are bad. I think last sitting, considering you're fighting other players, I think the last sitting concept needs to be refined. I think either not having it or making it to where it's not a detriment to your team. You're not funneling all your effort to one player and making them be the guy you hoist onto your shoulders where everybody else is subservient. Like, that type of behavior I don't like. Oh yeah, and the shop, like, Heroes of New Earth, Dota 2, like, especially, their item systems are fucking awful. Like, the way the items are set up are just garbage. Like, they're so... Like, well, that's the thing. The entirety of everything for all of those older style MOBAs is literally basically meant to make it to where you're fighting a contest of unintuitive mechanics rather than actually playing a good game. And it's like the better you can memorize and utilize an unintuitive mechanic, the better you are. So it's basically like throw out all of your basic understanding of how things should work, you know, common tropes and shared understanding, and instead just memorize this obscure, obtuse sequence of events. And if you play it to a T, even though your instincts tell you not to, somehow you'll end up with victory. And that's, I think, why victory... Oh, wait, there's another one. I think that's why winning in those games can feel like crap. I would say with the amount of shit you had to manage in those games, though, having a dumbed-down shop is probably not a terrible thing. Having dumbed down anything is not a bad thing in those types of games. And I think the people who complain the most are the people who get super invested in the mechanics. Like, it's sacred writ now, because they've just they've memorized and practiced something super obscure that nobody else cares about. It's almost like the adherence to those mechanics is like, an obscure fan community, and like when you misinterpret, their favorite part, or you don't understand it the way that they understand it, suddenly they're all offended and shit. Hey, Havoc. They're mechanics nerdy fans, not just story and thematic nerdy fans. I mean, if you want a recent example, it's the the whole Mew Mew kissy cutie thing in Undertale, where Alphys is all upset, like, oh, the second one sucked, and it's like, nobody understands you regardless of what you're talking about, Alphys. Troops perk system per level, which is honestly just as bad. Well, I mean, I don't know their mechanics, so I'm just saying a simpler system might be better. But I can't say Heroes of Storm is doing any better. Although I do kind of have an obligation to check it out now. I'm probably going to get stuck streaming it at some point, even though I can't say I'm super interested. Like, I want to be as far away from MOBAs as possible if I can. Unless there's a lot of money, and then hopefully it's in an older school MOBA. Like a recent MOBA or a third-person MOBA would, and a lot of money wouldn't be a bad deal. So, I would have to get at least 50% more, probably more like double my salary to work on one of those, especially in California. Or, well, double my on the way out former salary, because I'm not going to be employed much longer. Layoffs and all. Predefined skill set has unlockable perks that are located behind your mastery. I mean, unless I'm not going to understand the breadth of that squad until I see it and interact with it myself. I'm just not. I don't think I'm going to get it otherwise. Kind of looks like a Skullomania mask or something in the background. So yeah, Squad is so burnt out and so jaded that he hates everything. Zar has been keeping it on the DL lately. Somewhat. But Squad is currently in like the super vent mode. Strangely enough though, Squad's been playing Dark Souls 2. What the fuck? I still don't get it. And it seems to be more than just prep for the Purecaster run too. Gravity Rush was good. I played the Vita version, and it was really good. I'm hoping that the second one, like, the only thing I didn't like about Gravity Rush, well, the big thing I didn't like about it, there were probably some small things that I could have whined about, but the big thing that I don't like about Gravity Rush is that the story is completely like the overarching like lore for how the world is the way it is completely just ignored. Like it's been this way forever, and nobody bats an eye. And I'm just like, all right, Prime, enjoy your bath. Like, okay, so the very beginning of the game, they show at the beginning of Gravity Rush, even, where they start showing the world. And it's like, why is the world so broken islands, you know, like almost like post-apocalyptic almost, and they don't explain it. And they set up the entire game and don't explain shit. At the very end, I'm not gonna spoil it, but at the very end they gave you a tidbit. They gave you little hints. And I'm like, motherfuckers, like, tell me more about this world. Because the gameplay is actually pretty alright. It's weird and strange and unconventional, but as a result, it becomes interesting. It's something I want more of. Like, I'm hoping that Gravity Rush 2, or whatever they're calling it, I'm hoping that that's good. Ah, my neck. TBFP? I should know this, shouldn't I? Here we go, here's a something. Oh, this is just the way out. But I've done the things, so I need to do... So the ones that are lit are where runes are. I feel bad that Gravity Rush 2, well...
Á brunnurinn hver gerði uppsprettu sína. Af honum renna allar heimsins ár.
I guess good or bad. It's that it sucks that the Vita's not working out, because I really like the Vita as a system. But it's good that games are going up from portable, which is really cool. Like I want to see more games that. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. God damn it. I want to see... Oh, this is interesting. Oh, that's interesting. I want to see more games that started out on portable, move up and get bigger. Like Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter has been needing a good, proper console version forever. Not that it actually started on. It started on PS2. Or maybe even PS1. Oh wait, I don't need that. R-Type. R-Type commands could use a good console version. All the Castlevania games, hopefully, was it Bloodstained or whatever? Hopefully Bloodstained has, is a good game. Oh, piece of crap. The Vita's biggest problem, I think, is that the price was way too high, and also they were reeling from the PSP being a disaster. Also, honestly, I think more of the systems need to get video out. I'm not using that. 3DS should have had at least official video out somehow, maybe like as a module that you can purchase. And the Vita, before PlayStation TV, didn't have any video out as well, which is shitty. Yeah, this is interesting. This is like a skate segment. I'm not sure if I should take a particular path or not. I haven't played that game. I don't know what it's about. I wonder if there's any sort of like developer diaries or documentary style. Oh shit! Look who it is. It's Nidhogg. Probably. In the room.
Þú hefur fundið báðar rúnir fjár, hella jötunsins sem situr í hásæti sínu. Haltu áfram að kanna svæðið eða snúðu aftur í kynna.
Oh, I see. So some of the bosses need more than one rune to fight. I guess. I don't know, Yellow. Maybe at the very end. Oh, this is just more of the same, isn't it? I don't know. No, it's not. You know, we never scheduled worms either. I just realized. You said ever 17, I'm thinking Team 17. Has Team 17 done anything besides worms? Like, ever? I feel like that's a franchise that they're clinging on to for dear life. Like, hey, remember us? We did worms. One more golden apples or something else. I don't know what else there's left on this level. I want to pick up groceries for dinner tonight. Small amount of groceries. Trying to reduce the amount of money that I spend. Actually, you know what? Let's keep going down. Also, don't forget Wii Fit's coming up. Okay, let's just go back. Probably gonna move Wii Fit to 9 o'clock rather than 8. Everything's set up, but I don't have any dinner time nor time to work on more stream shit or anything. Also, I'm missing something here. I'm missing this thing. And I'm missing this thing. So these are all reasonably maps of the things to do and places to go. Even the runes, I think, which I don't have yet. I've only killed that one. So I've got way more to go for both of these, if I'm to do anything. Let's go north. I'm gonna stop after this area, though. I'm getting a little tired and getting a little hungry.
Eilífóður, ár bara uppruna heimsins.
What new game are you currently working on, Squad? Is there anything that has been released recently that you've been playing? And then non-Dark Souls too? Whoa! Please chill with the damage. Or don't chill. This is what that's all about. Monster Hunter 4, okay. That effect is amazing. That snow effect is really good. This is like so fucking violent. Out of order? Am I? I don't even know if I'm going in order. I think even the pacing I'm going at, having a scenario where you're spending as much time between boss fights and there's not a lot of combat, a lot of exploration, I think, is not Thai style. Bunch of game developers? There's probably like 2, maybe. I know there's like a couple, like 1 or 2 others that show up for a long while or so. I don't know who's in the channel right now, who is though. But yeah, I've worked on 3 games so far. I guess technically now it's gonna be more because we're working on new stuff. And luckily it'll be not a MOBA. Hopefully. Well, this next one, because I'm not working on a MOBA studio anymore, I'll be done with MOBAs. But if I end up working for Blizzard or whatever as my next job, then it's probably gonna end up being MOBA stuff. And I'll be disappointed. You know what? No, the MOBA market is saturated. I think MOBAs are on their way out. I don't think they're the next big thing anymore. I think they're going to be done. I think we're seeing like effectively the end of that era as they sort of simmer down and go back to. Obviously, League of Legends is going to be huge for a while, but. I think that over time, all MOBAs are going to lose a lot of traction. So we'll get bored and move on and want something that's not shit. And I think there'll be good MOBAs that come out too.
Heilsi þér Freyja, gyðja stríðs og frjósemi.
Mobility. I need that mobility to get back and not freeze to death. Oh wait, you know what? Oh, here we go. I was gonna say, where's the snow? Battleborn and Paragon, or even Overwatch and all the other stuff. But those are more like another take on a MOBA. Those are not necessarily. Well, the Division is. I wouldn't even think the Division is DayZ 2.0. The Division feels almost like, I don't know, like PlanetSide and DayZ mixed or something. Not an evolution of the genre. And the other ones are just like, oh, well, we're gonna... Oh shit, I have to die. Nope, we're good. Paragon and Battleborn and... Those are really third-person MOBA type gameplay coming into its own. I don't necessarily think that's... Where are we? I don't know where we are. I don't necessarily think that those are... I don't think those are the evolution of a traditional MOBA. I think those are just that type of MOBA coming into its own. And I don't think that combining genres is necessarily a bad thing if it's done well. But I think a lot of people are eager to just take. They're like, well, if we take all these popular things and mix them together, they'll be 3 times as popular or whatever, right? And it's like, no. It's like saying, you know, I like pizza and I like peanut butter jelly sandwich, so we're gonna put peanut butter and jelly in our pepperoni pizza deep dish, and that's gonna be amazing, right? And we'll just because I like, you know, fucking, you know, every long while or so I like cotton candy. We're gonna put cotton candy on it, and that'll be amazing, right? And then we're gonna put it in a blender, and then we're gonna, you know, I don't know. It's just like, that's not gonna work, right? But, for example, if you want to do the food reference, like California Pizza Kitchen, Wolfgang Puck style, like adventuring with what pizza as a substrate for ingredients, you know, sort of like a savory a version of a well, would it still have cheese bun, or would it just be effectively just a shape or inspiration, an homage to what pizza is in a different style, you know? There's different ways to approach that. I don't know, right? I don't know. That's either a way in or a way out, and I'm not sure which. Would it have, garlic and... We can run that one to death. But yeah, peanut butter and jelly sandwich, that's... Well, how would you cook it? How would the peanut butter fare? How would the jelly fare at that point? What would the order be of the assembly? Oh, good. There's the rune that I need. So I finished this area now.
Þú hefur fundið rún hinna nýju fljóta. Haltu áfram að kanna svæðið eða snúðu aftur í ginnungagap.
Let's go back. But yeah, I mean, you'd have to come up with, like, how do you cook it in such a way as to have the peanut butter and jelly make sense, Like, all those little considerations are the same that you'd have to make for taking a bunch of genres for a game and, mixing them together, taking the good parts and making them work well together. And it can be difficult, You'll have to refine it and just not just like slop it all together and ship it, because that doesn't work. Doesn't work for food, and it doesn't work for video games. Okay, so it's what, 6:30? Almost 7. I'm gonna resume this tomorrow. We made looking at the map, we made pretty significant progress, but there's a lot more to go, and I can't finish it reasonably tonight. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call it for now. I'm gonna be doing Wii Fit probably 9:00 p.m. Eastern tonight. So in 2 hours-ish, we'll see. In the meantime, though, I'm gonna take a break, have some dinner. We can find some to raid, and I'll see you then. Look at the glowing arrow. This is, I think, the last place that I have not gotten a rune for, I think. But I'm gonna worry about that later. Anyways, just remind me when I get back. But I'm done, so back in a bit. Thanks for watching. See you then.